Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the Reality Club. I am one of your hosts. My name is Lauren.
I'm Alicia, and we got a lot of exciting things for you this episode. Lots of reality TV has come and gone since the last time we chatted.
Yes. I feel like we should maybe just mention that, yes, our priority is talking about Bachelor recaps, but here and there we might just throw in, a couple other things, couple other reality shows out there, maybe some reality stars stuff going on.
Yeah, in today's episode, Lauren and we both recently discovered Traitors. And if you haven't been watching Traitors, I don't know what you're doing. But we're going to start off by chatting about our thoughts on this show because it's taken over my life in a matter of a week. And then move on to the main event, Grant's Bachelor episode 2. We get our first one-on-ones. We get our first group dates. There's so much drama and so much to talk about. So
yeah, the excitement's starting.
The
drama's here. The excitement's here. We're ready for it.
So yeah, let's just get right into it then. All right. So
I feel like I need to mention that Alicia's the one who encouraged me to watch Traitors. I am only 2 episodes in.
Okay. So to be clear, we're both watching season 3.
And yes, that's important.
Neither of us have watched season 1 or 2. My sister, for the past 2-3 weeks, has been hounding me saying, you gotta watch Traitors, you gotta watch Traitors, you know everybody on Traitors. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll watch, I guess. I don't know, this is like the best reality game show I've ever watched. I think for me, because I know so many of the players, like Big Brother, huge fan.
Our fellow Bachelor Nation cast members.
Bachelor Nation cast. We have Housewives. We have Survivor. We have
Chrishell.
We have Chrishell from Selling Sunset. We have Dylan Efron. Zac Efron's brother.
Who knew? Who knew Zac Efron had a brother? Shocking.
Yeah, he's a great.
And then oh my God, Kate. No, I need to say.
Okay, you can say his name.
Okay, but honestly, I still don't know what to expect of this show. I don't know what it's quite about yet, but I think the cast is what's keeping me watching and keeping me interested. Whoever decided to cast Tom Sandoval on this show deserves a raise. That was the best idea. Oh my God, pure entertainment. All the clips I've seen.
Tom.
Hilarious.
So, for some background, both me and Lauren have seen every single season of Vanderpump Rules. And if you haven't, got to get on that. I'm team Ariana forever. Forever. However, no, I can't watch Tom. He everything he says annoys me, honestly. But he is gold television. I will give him that.
I know. He is so fun to watch. He's honestly, like, I hate to say it, sue me, but he is the reason I'm invested. I'm watching because of Tom. I think he's hilarious. I think it's so funny watching him get so into it. Like, I'm not saying I'm Team Tom, but
fair.
On Traitors, I'm
I would be
Team Tom.
Sad if he went home simply because he's so entertaining to watch. Not because he's good at Traitors, as you will come to see, but because every single person on the show thinks he's clueless as to what's going on. It's so funny to continue to watch. I'm not going to spoil anything because I am 4 episodes ahead of you. But the one thing that I've been thinking about in regards to Tom is, as much as I'm happy he's on Traitors for the entertainment, the season is so good. Not because of him later. You're going to see, like, the season just gets really, really good. And he's kind of just there. And it's blowing up right now. I feel like everybody's talking about Traitors. It's, like, all over the place. And he is probably thinking to himself, he's sitting at home going, it's because of me. I'm a star. My time is, like, Ariana had her turn and now I'm the famous one.
100%. But all the stuff I'm seeing honestly is him.
It's
every
because
meme, every clip, it's Tom. It's
Okay.
Tom running. It's Tom it's Tom, and it is. That's probably, if it weren't for you, what would have hooked me in.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean,
So-
he is entertaining, but the show gets so much better as you watch it.
Okay.
And yeah, I just feel like it's so well produced, like the theatrics of it all, like everything is so well done. The music when they're going to the round table. For anyone who doesn't know, first of all, we've just been talking about this show and we told you to watch it, but the concept of the show is so entertaining. For anyone that hasn't seen it, it's a bunch of well-known people, at least in season 3. The first couple seasons, I think it was just like random people plus a mix of like reality TV celebrities. But it's basically a bunch of people from different reality shows, and they all come in as good intentioned people, so they're all faithfuls is the word they use, and then a few of them get picked as traitors, so people working against them, but no one knows who they are. And the whole point of the game, I'm assuming, is to get to the end. I've never actually finished a season, so I don't know how somebody wins yet. But throughout the game, traitors kill off one of their, or I should say murder, one of their faithfuls every single night. And the faithfuls are trying to figure out who the traitors are, and they get to vote once a day somebody off who they think is a traitor. So it gets really interesting because there's so many different levels to it. It's a bunch of people who've been on reality TV before, so it's like watching a professionals like play a reality game against each other. It gets so good.
It's definitely a really cool concept. I feel like with reality TV, there's so much room for just bullshit. But this is real. And you could tell that it is like a more real reality show, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And once Lauren catches up and the season's getting really good now, I feel like we should recap an episode or two, or at least talk about it. But
yeah, I'll need to catch up.
Happy you're liking it so far. But
I think so. I think I'm liking it. I don't know. I guess I haven't been to like, it hasn't like, wow. Like,
Fair.
I'm still at the point where it's I could keep watching. I could not.
Fair.
The only reason I'm committing to it is for you.
Thanks. And Tom.
And Tom. Team Tom. Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't say that.
Okay. Well, should we
Fab.
get into...
Might as well jump right into The Bachelor. Episode 2 aired last night.
Yeah.
Which...
all I can say is I was so wrong about everything. I feel like everything...
I feel like I was so wrong about all the girls that I thought I liked.
Me too. I was so wrong about everyone. Every single person.
We're starting to really get to know them. That happened really quick. Usually it takes time.
Yeah,
No.
so it starts off with the group date.
Yeah, there was 10 of them picked for the group date.
Beverly, Serafina, Ali Jo, Natalie, Parisa, Vicky, Chloe, Zoe, Juliana, and Alicia.
Yeah.
That's our
And
first...
I feel like it jumped right into the group date really fast. Like there was maybe like a 5-minute buffer and then it was like, all right, you guys are heading on your date now.
Yeah, the first group date was exactly what I was expecting from Grant.
The date card said, it's time to shoot your shot.
And they pull up to...
Of course.
Yeah, they pull up to a middle school basketball gym.
And then what happens? He brings the kids out.
All the kids. First thing, the kids. And he
Of
literally...
course.
Grant...
That didn't surprise me one bit.
I'm convinced at this point Grant wants kids more than he wants a wife. And he's just trying to find his wife because he wants the kids.
Yes. I agree. But that was smart. It is nice to be able to see your potential partner, like see how they are with kids. So like
I would have been so nervous though. For anyone who didn't watch yet, he brings out 15 middle schoolers, and they're basically just playing gym class, shooting around.
Kids are intimidating.
And he just he's like, I'm trying to see how these girls interact with the kids. And I'm like, I would have been freaking out. I worked with kids, and I still get nervous around a bunch of kids I don't know. And that doesn't mean I'm bad with kids, but I would have been freaking out if it was just me and a bunch of kids and Grant. Like, they don't even know Grant yet. They're trying to get to know Grant while like hanging out with a bunch of middle schoolers. But it was cute. Yep. All the kids were so cute. Natalie, they show a little clip of her helping a little girl.
That was really sweet. That was a standout for me right away. Like, I feel like they kind of just slightly showed her with this child, but it was so cute.
That's really cute.
That's a standout for me.
Yeah. And then they start a slam dunk competition with like this little mini hoop. A couple girls go, all the kids are into it, they're cheering, and then Zoe comes up and she goes, I'm actually going to forfeit my shot and I'm going to steal Grant away. And Grant literally is like, in my head, he's like, why are you taking me away from the kids?
Exactly. The show told him he had to go. He can't say no to these girls. He didn't have a choice.
It was I felt like it was really awkward. I feel like
Alicia, I could not look at the screen. I don't know why, but like the cringy feeling I felt of that encounter, when she clicked the elevator button, my jaw dropped.
I know.
I was like, oh, you're like leaving.
You're like literally taking them upstairs. I was like, where are they going? Are they going to are they in a hotel? Like, where are they?
They literally left the premises, which honestly, if it was just the girls there, I feel like it would have been fine. Mm-hmm. But the fact that the kids were there, the kids don't know what's going on. They're there to hang out with Grant.
I know. It was super uncomfortable. They're all kind of just talking to the girls. I'm like, if I was one of the girls left behind, I'd have been like, let's start playing a full-on basketball game. Like, they're going to come back and they're going to see us having the best time, and Grant's going to be so upset that he missed out. But then, I mean, Jesse Palmer comes in and says they're going to play a 5-on-5 game, so we do get the game. But I don't know. I didn't feel like Zoe and him it didn't feel like they had a connection. It kind of just felt like they were standing on top of the roof, and Grant was probably thinking, like, when are we getting back down there? I want to play some basketball.
Such a waste of time. I understand you gotta shoot your shot, but I think she took that one a little too far. The kids are there.
Yeah.
The kids. Yeah. That's so rude.
So they come back down. Jesse's like, slam dunk's over. We're playing some basketball. They split the girls up onto two teams, yellow versus blue, or short girls versus purple. I mean, sorry, short girls versus tall girls.
Yes, they made that very clear. The short girls and the purple team.
And they flash back to the gym, and all of a sudden there's like 30 people. There's a full blown crowd. There's signs. They're like, Ashley Brewer's here. I don't know who that is because I don't watch U.S. television, but I think she's a reporter on ESPN.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
But they brought in her. She said like two words the whole episode, so don't know why they brought her in for her not to say anything, but they cut out everything she said. But yeah, the game starts and Zoe's putting it out there. She is being a competitive player, which I get it. The winner, I think on the winning team, someone gets MVP, and then they also get to... Did they all go to the cocktail party after, or was it just the winning team? They all got to go. So they were competing for his like Letterman jacket, like Grant's like basketball jacket. So they weren't really competing for much, but as somebody who plays basketball, I wouldn't have even liked this date because I feel like women's basketball, it's an aggressive sport. I play women's basketball and I don't think it's not a pretty sight to watch sometimes. So if I was trying to impress someone I just met, I would not invite him to my women's basketball game. No.
No. He had the right idea with that one, though. I think it was funny watching them play.
Yeah.
I think it was hilarious watching Zoe get so competitive. And then when Allie Joe started getting all sassy and body checked her, hilarious.
It was so
Things
funny.
were getting physical out there.
It was I think Zoe's a wrestler and Allie Joe's a boxing coach. So they were going at
They're
each
pretty
other.
hardcore.
I thought it was the funniest part for me was the kids were the coaches and they were just like screaming on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And
They were
then
getting into it.
also all of the girls were losing all of their nails. Which I thought was it's funny because obviously they're losing their nails, but also I was thinking about just like the realistic aspect of that is like these girls were like, I'm going on The Bachelor, I'm gonna get my nails done. Like they don't get their nails done when they're on the show, so they went out, got these expensive manicures, and then were just ripped off the first episode.
Yep. Oh my god, so true. Hope they brought stick-ons, or maybe they hired someone, a manicurist, to come in.
Yeah, because of that, because they just destroyed all their nails.
Probably. Yeah, it was funny when the coach went up to one of them and is like, I found your nail. She's like, that one's not mine.
There was like a flash of all of their nails collecting on like the coach's board.
Oh, that's funny. That was good though. Honestly, like we said, basketball, not a big shocker for a group date. I'm surprised it was so early on, but checks out.
Yeah, I agree. Like first date, you have to play basketball in front of your date.
Yep. He's got to show all his special skills day one. We'll get into the next one after.
But so yeah, purple wins by a big amount, 18-2.
Yeah.
And
the purple is the tall team, by the way.
Purple is the tall team, so they had a little bit of advantage on that one. And then Grant gets to pick his MVP, and he gives it to Chloe. Our girl Chloe.
Team Chloe. That was well deserved.
Yeah. She got most of the baskets, I think. But also,
and she has good spirits, good attitude.
Yeah.
She wasn't body checking people on the court.
So yeah, she gets the jacket, they kiss. And then we go into the cocktail party.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we do
cocktail
next.
Party. Yeah. Chloe gets MVP, gets the jacket. Oh, he gave her 2 kisses.
Okay.
She was very happy about that. I'm happy about that for her. So that's awesome. And then we're at cocktail night.
Yeah, we go into the cocktail party and he sits down and he asks Chloe to speak first. So not only does he give her MVP, but he asks her to go speak first. They go right back to the basketball court. But yeah, they had a really cute moment. I thought that was so genuine. And not that I was surprised. Like, I think she's amazing. And I thought they would have a connection. But last week I said that I don't think that she's going to go very far. But I don't know. I feel like that conversation kind of changed my mind a little bit. I
don't know. After that episode, at that part, yes, I was like, okay, we were right about that one. And then as it kept going, I was like, oh, I don't know now.
That's true. I don't know if
No, we'll get to there because we'll
okay. So
that was cute. That's when the second kiss happened. Then when they were together.
Yeah,
love that.
And then next we see him and Natalie. They sit down. So she's the one that pulled the little girl aside during their game and calmed her down. And he pulls out his phone and shows her the video of the girl, and she's like,
sweet.
I love you, Natalie. I'm like, that is so cute. And then but then she asks Grant, she goes, do you want kids? I'm like,
are you serious?
He's literally 12 times today said, I want kids. I can't wait to have kids. It was so funny. She's probably just nervous, but I thought it was so funny. She's like, do you want kids?
Yeah, weird timing, but that was cute. Honestly, when he pulled out that video, she was probably like, yes.
I got it. Yeah. But yeah, they connect. They connect kind of on what type of parents they want to be. Like Grant, basically every conversation has been bringing up like his father and wanting to be just like a better father than what his dad was to him. Not in like a bad way, but just really wanting to be that type of father. And so, yeah, they kind of just talk about their future kids. They kiss.
The sports that their kids will play one day.
That's so, yeah. She was like, can they play volleyball?
No, it was cute. That was, I don't think we have Natalie as one of our top choices.
I know, and I think we messed up on that.
I think there's some regrets there.
Yeah, I definitely think she's like
maybe we gotta replace.
Yeah,
we'll gotta replace Zoe.
We'll have to go through the list later. But yeah, we definitely were wrong about Natalie.
But while this was all happening, Allie Jo confronts Zoe in front of all the other girls about how she stole him away during their slam dunk competition.
Mm-hmm. What is your thoughts on that? Like the stealing away in a group date?
I don't think there's a problem with stealing away in a group date. I do think there's like a time and a place though, and I don't think that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like I said, if the kids weren't there for some reason, that just made it that much worse. Mm-hmm. But like girls steal him off all the time on group dates. Like that's not a weird thing to do.
Yep.
But I think it was just the situation, the time. Taking him out of the building, one of them, was weird.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do think, I don't know how I feel about Allie Jo, like, confronting her in front of everyone and how she did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on, I think it's normal to steal him away. I just think the time was wrong. But yeah, Zoe, like, really stood her ground on that. Yeah. She felt zero remorse over it. No. But yeah, I do think Allie Jo is getting a little heated. I think she took it a little bit.
I told you, Allie Jo's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, she's good TV. But I think it gets a little bit more personal with Allie Jo later because we'll talk about that. But Juliana is the next to talk to him.
Yes.
And you can tell that Grant really likes her because he like pulls out the lotion. He's like, I noticed you lost all your nails during the game. And he starts like massaging her hand with oil or something.
That was really sweet. Their conversation was very like giggly, very cute.
Yeah.
They both looked really happy. Honestly, every time I see her and he's there, the look on her face looking at him. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's fake or what, but she looks like she's like falling for him hard.
I think they're falling for each other. They definitely have a connection. And yeah, it just was like a feel good moment. So I can't wait to see a little bit more of them together.
Yeah, we're obviously team Juliana here, so excited about that one.
But then mid Juliana conversation, it's so funny. They had like this like lovey-dovey music going, and then all of a sudden it just stops out of nowhere, and it pans over to the side, and Zoe's standing there. I'm like, how long has she been standing there?
She seems like a lurker.
Was she just lurking around the corner?
Yes.
But yeah, the music stops. The love music between Juliana and Grant stops, and Zoe asks to steal Grant from Juliana. They sit down, so Grant and Zoe sit down, and Grant immediately goes, I know there's like a physical connection here. There's obviously like a little spark, but I'm curious about if there can be an emotional connection. So that was interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Zoe right now. I think I just hate watching her with him. I think she has maybe good intention.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm getting bad vibes.
Yeah, she kind of opens up about having her guard up a lot. And she only opens up to the right people. Yeah. So she definitely seems like somebody that, is just guarded. Like, you can tell she is. I was so wrong about her last week. Like, I didn't really have an opinion on her because we didn't get to know her, but I love that she came in the shirt cannon gun. That was fun. But now, I don't really know. Like, she shocked me. I was not expecting her to be the villain. That came out of nowhere. Not that she's going to maybe be the villain, but she's definitely a strong personality. And that definitely is rubbing some girls the wrong way.
Well, I feel like you can already tell that it's like the house against her.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm indecisive on whether her and Grant have a real connection. I think he's like attracted to her. I think they have a spark, but I don't know if she's gonna be like in the top people.
Well, you added her to our top 5 list, so
I know. See, I don't know if I believe that anymore, but I still think she's gonna go far. I don't think she's gonna win, but I think she'll be in like that top group.
Oh my God. Yeah, I could see that. It's always those girls that do end up going pretty far, so that wouldn't surprise me at all. And I'm sure Grant likes her determination. Yeah. I don't, but whatever.
But so
whatever, moving on from that.
The girls or Allie Joe's kind of like spiraling downstairs while Zoe's talking to her about how she didn't like the way Zoe acted today. And then Juliana hypes her up. She's like, "Go get him. Go get your man." And so Allie Joe walks up the stairs and is like, "I'm going to steal Grant from Zoe." And so she asks him to steal Grant, and they literally step like 10 feet away to a different couch.
I know. That was dumb. First off, if that were me, I'd be like, I don't want anyone else hearing this conversation right now. Like, let's go somewhere more private. Mm-hmm. Also, it makes the next situation seem like it was more so planned, because obviously Zoe stays lurking.
Still lurking. She's just standing there, pacing back and forth. You can see them in the same camera shot.
Yeah, and honestly, like, Allie Joe and Grant's conversation wasn't, like, it's not like they were getting too deep or anything. Like, they were just chatting. But still, it's her time. She let Zoe have her time, so now it's Allie Joe's time. And then, of course, Miss Zoe comes back in.
Yep,
I want to believe that this is, like, real. Like, girls just being girls.
Fair.
But, like, this seems like too, like, it could be, like, it seems scripted for some, like, there's no way, like, this was happening. But then again, people are like that. Zoe seems like she's like this.
Yeah. Zoe doesn't seem scared at all to, I don't know, step on people's toes. So
no, she wants her time. And she doesn't care who's going to get in the way.
That really upsets Allie Joe. Rightfully so. I don't feel like Zoe had to steal her back, personally. But yeah, they go back downstairs, and Allie Joe, like, immediately, as soon as Zoe sits down, just goes at her for how she feels. Which I do think she's right in her feelings. I don't know if I necessarily agree with her approach, but I don't know. I think
she came in hot.
Yeah. So that's going to be definitely an interesting storyline. I don't think either of them are going to be the winner. And then Grant comes back and he gives Natalie the group date rose. Which, to me, again, we were wrong about her. Not that we didn't think they were going to have a connection, but we didn't put her in our top 5, and I think she's definitely up there.
Yeah, she just wasn't necessarily a standout the first night, which is fine. I feel like a lot of the time, the ones who make it pretty far do kind of fly under the radar at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I am going to write her down, just so episode 2, we're putting her name out there still.
Yeah.
I'll replace her with... I won't replace her with Zoe. Yeah, we'll keep Zoe for now.
Yeah, I think we'll see.
But, yeah.
Next, we get a flash into the mansion, which I loved this episode. They kept, like, flashing into the mansion to just kind of get behind the scenes of some of the girls, which I thought was cute because we didn't get to really see every girl with Grant this episode. And it's just a quick scene of Parisa, our PowerPoint queen, looking for tarantulas.
Yeah, I literally wrote down looking for bugs, and then I erased it after because I'm like, why?
What does this have to do with anything?
I'm like, this is really nothing. There's no point to this right now. It's fine, though. I
think what that confirmed is Parisa will be on Paradise because she will be obsessed with all of the bugs that are in Paradise. So, yeah.
Parisa seems like Paradise would be more her vibe.
100%. Yeah.
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 All the crazies go to Paradise.
And then we start with Alex's one-on-one date.
Yes.
Which,
Yes.
so she...
Okay. Sidetrack, though.
Okay.
Backing up to episode 1 when we were talking about how the first impression rose gets the first one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that, like, keeps you in the first episode, like, past the first night.
True.
But she could have fully not gotten a rose tonight. And that would have sucked.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the time the first girl does get the rose.
Yeah.
But there is that risk.
I don't think I've ever seen... I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think I've ever seen... Actually, I think I'm wrong. A lead send home a date on the first one-on-one. Like... I think there might have been one season. I think it was... was it Rachel? Like not Rachel Lindsay, but Gabby and Rachel. Rachel sent one. Did you
I
watch
was thinking... I watched their season.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking for some reason one of the last Bachelors did it.
I don't know if it was the first one-on-one date, but it was definitely like one of the first couple that Rachel, from Rachel and Gabby season, she sent home her date after. They went on a plane together, like one of those, I think, like zero gravity planes. And then she sent him home that night, being like, I just don't think there's a connection. And that was very early on.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. And you know what, though? Like, that makes sense. I feel like the men on The Bachelor they don't send girls home unless they have to.
Yeah. Whereas the girls know right away. Yes.
They get the ick. They get something. They're like, no, I cannot keep you around. But boys, we like, let's stick around. And then I'll deal with this again later when I have my rose ceremony later. Like,
yeah, you're so right. But
no, I think you're right about that.
So she basically had a secure spot to go to week 3. But it starts... at first I was confused because usually the one-on-one dates, there's like a day portion and then there's like a nice romantic evening portion. And then all of a sudden we see her getting ready to go and it's already nighttime. So I'm like, she's kind of getting like not a full date. So she walks into a mall, Beverly Center, and Grant's throwing rose petals throughout the mall, and she's following this trail of rose petals to find Grant. And there's this giant screen with a rose, and they're both like, oh my gosh, so romantic. We're in an empty mall, which is really funny for us because we work in a mall. So
I know when she was like, oh my god, I never thought we're like kids running around the mall with it empty. I'm like, oh my god, we do that every day.
It was really funny for me and Lauren because we are in an empty mall every single day.
Fun fact, we do work together.
Yes, which makes it very difficult to not talk about these episodes prior to this recording.
Yes, because we're together every Tuesday morning. So it's hard not to mention anything Bachelor related. But so we've stayed strong.
At first I thought this is... I don't know, I'm unclear if I thought it was a cute idea or not. I do think it was cute when they were like riding the ponies, they were going into all these stores, they were jumping on the bed, and all I could think was, how are they doing this? Like, are there people working? Like, were there only certain stores they can go into? They were like making ice cream, which I thought was fun because being someone who is in an empty mall all the time, it would be cool to just be able to like go into a store or like, so it was cute. They seemed to have really good chemistry. It just felt like they were already dating.
I think the opposite.
What?
I felt such like a friendship between them.
Fair.
I think they could be two of like the best friends. I don't like watching them kiss. I think they don't have like an emotional connection that I could see. And I honestly think I'm just seeing a friendship. I don't know why. I normally like I wouldn't like say something like that. But
yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. I also think they look like they could be cousins. Like they could be related, which also has thrown me off because that's all I see now.
Yeah, I still think she wins.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
He starts singing a song, so they find a piano somewhere in the mall. Not sure what store had a piano, but apparently a store had a piano in there. And yeah, he starts playing a song and says that he made it up on the spot, which honestly I was pretty impressed with.
Yeah. Of course he's singing in the first episode. Of course they bring out basketball. Of course they bring out singing.
I was actually wrong too. I said last episode that he didn't sing in Jen's season, but I was corrected by my sister that he actually came out of the limo singing.
Dude. Okay, honestly, okay, this might sound bad, but I don't think he's that good.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's shy. I feel like he's not full out singing. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, there's no way he's shy. He sang He sang twice in last night's episode in 2 different occasions.
Yeah.
Like, boy's not shy. He wants to start his music career.
You're right.
Wants music career, baby, and then wife.
I did say that to Ben, who I was watching with. I was like, okay, he actually came on The Bachelor to become a music star, and he's just trying to hide it, pushing the I want a wife and kids thing really hard.
Yeah, it's a good cover. It's a good cover.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of cute that he sang to her, though. I don't know, like that's kind of interesting to me that you think they have friend vibes, because I literally wrote that I felt butterflies watching the entire date. Like I felt like emotional.
What would you do if out of nowhere a man just started serenading you?
I actually think it would be cute.
It looks romantic, but I don't know what I would do. I think I would be beet red, and I'd feel so uncomfortable. I wouldn't know what to do.
I think I would feel uncomfortable if it was a guitar.
True.
But something about him playing the piano was just like more romantic.
Yeah, that did make it a little better.
Mm-hmm. And then they go and sit on the mall floor for their romantic portion of the date. And this is where he opens up a little bit about his dad again. So clearly his dad is a big part of his why he wants to be a good dad and wants to get married and wants to have kids. But yeah, basically just says that he doesn't want to make the same mistakes as his dad. And then we learn a little bit more about Alex, which made me love her even more. But she kind of just said it so fast. Like I feel like usually people, this portion when they like bring every contestant on their first one-on-one, like brings up some type of like trauma or like something heavy they've been through. And she brings it up, but she brings it up so like nonchalant almost. Like it didn't feel like a super heavy moment, but it just made me, like we learned a lot more. She was raised by her grandparents. She said she didn't see her dad for the first 17 years of her life. She was estranged from her mom. And that's why she went into speech therapy, because she feels like being a speech therapist is kind of like also you get a little part of being like therapy to the kids. So I thought that was really cute. It made me really love her. And I
think seeing or like hearing one of the girls like talk about something like that but not make it their entire personality it means a lot more. Like the fact that you're right, like kind of slid it in there, just talks about it. Like I don't know, I feel like some girls can just like really dish out what like their dirty laundry, but I know they say like, oh, talk about all your like obstacles, talk about all like their trauma, like stuff like that. But I think I respect her a lot for that, and I just thought the moment was nice. It wasn't like she was trying to make it like, oh, feel bad for me. It was just like, okay, we got to know you, that's awesome. I think she's great. I just see a friendship.
Okay, that's fair. I see a friendship. And then he pulls out a cassette player and he's like, I chose this song for you. And then they start dancing in the mall, but the song is like the lyrics were literally like, I'm in love with you. Yeah, their little dance, that was cute. I wrote, I don't know how she doesn't win. They're just so funny.
Okay.
But that's fair. It's good to have different opinions because we'll see.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that one.
Very wrong last week about my first impressions on basically everybody.
Right.
So
You're right. Honestly,
yeah.
I'm still Team Canada. Like, Team Alex, great.
Mm-hmm.
Please make it far. If you're not gonna win, maybe you could be on The Bachelorette. Like, I'm all for that. Okay. Date number 2. Group date number 2.
It's a smaller date.
So, it is smaller. It's weird how they split up the group, but I get it based on, like, what they did.
True.
But there was only 7 of them. Yeah, there were 7 of them.
It was
Rebecca, Dina, Carolina, Rose, Ella, Latia, and Bailey.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this date was, I mean, we've seen this date a bazillion times on every single season, but it was so fun.
The first thing I wrote, though, was, I'm sorry, Rebecca is annoying.
My first thing that I noticed is Rebecca running up to Grant outside the theater, and she goes to like jump on him, or like, you know, like there's like the run and jump hug, and she kind of like jumps into him a little bit, and he barely like he barely moved.
Everything Rebecca said that like last night, I was like, I can't listen to you.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but that chick drives me crazy.
I wasn't annoyed by her. I think she was just very much like putting it all out there. Like, I think she was like, I'm coming into this one-on-one, and I'm just gonna give it my all. And she did.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
They all walk into this, I don't know, small venue with a stage, and Mario is on stage. And I'm like, who's Mario?
I don't even know. I was gonna say, who's Mario?
But then
everyone knew him.
But then he starts singing Let Me Love You. You know, you have to know that song.
No, I know the song, but I don't know who Mario is. I was like, is he the artist that sings this song?
I think so, but I thought that was a little fun moment. He's singing, and I started singing. Grant starts singing. Everyone's
it was cute.
It was a cute little like montage of them all dancing and singing.
Yeah.
And he announces that they're gonna have to write and perform a song in front of a live audience.
That is like my worst nightmare.
Yeah, that's worse than work.
Put me in the coach.
basketball game.
I'll be on the short team. It's fine.
And then and then Robin Anton walks out. Who is where did she come from? Out of nowhere. She's the creator of the Pussycat Dolls, and
random.
This is gonna age me, but she was also on Girlicious, like Finding Girlicious. Do you remember that show on like MTV? I don't know if this is a Canadian thing.
No, your age is showing.
No. Okay, there was this show. I think it was on Much Music or MTV. I'm not sure. It was I think it's just a Canadian show, honestly, because I feel like Americans don't know. But Robin Anton, because she created the Pussycat Dolls, she had this competition show to find like the next Pussycat Dolls. And so it was basically just like I don't know, like an American Idol type show. Like every week they sang and they had to like learn how to dance, and she selected 4 girls to be like the next Pussycat Dolls, and they were called Girlicious.
Where are they today?
They're not around anymore, but you haven't heard any you haven't heard any Girlicious songs?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Are they on Spotify?
Okay, well, if anyone's listening at this point and you know who Girlicious is, please comment so that I don't feel crazy.
How do you spell it? Girl-ilicious?
I'm just trying to see what their songs are called. I'm going to look it up on my phone real quick here.
Oh my god, yeah, there's 4 of them.
Yeah, how did you know? Oh my gosh. Their main songs.
That's
what were
funny.
their main songs?
Oh my god, 2008.
Yeah, 2000. I was young. I was like very young watching this, but they have a song called Like Me. That's probably the most famous one that I know.
Yep.
But anyway,
that's so funny.
I thought it was I love seeing Robin Anton.
I wouldn't have known who she was if he didn't say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I know. Me and my friends used to learn the Pussycat Doll dances.
See, I know the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, but
big fan.
I think we used to follow like her her step-by-step instructions on how to learn the dances. I have a video of me and my friends in her basement, like doing a Pussycat Dolls
you're
song.
gonna have to find that for me for tomorrow.
So I probably would have thrived during this part, I guess, because I already know the dance. But
I feel like in this situation, you just have to really give it your all. If you half-ass it, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Like, you need to kind of make it entertaining, maybe a little funny, and you just need to, like, put yourself out there.
Yeah, and I think the girls did.
Before the girls start, of course, Grant performs again.
Grant's like, guys,
in front of an...
I know this is yours. I know this is about you, but I actually just wrote another song, and I'm gonna perform it for everybody.
Yep. No, I wrote in brackets, twice in 30 minutes he performed. Like, dude, of course. Of course he had to take the stage first, but moving on from that.
Oh, sorry, so side note on this, but talking about Grant's talents, he like had to broadcast them, like his basketball skills, his singing skills, and at one point he literally in like an ITM is like, yeah, like sometimes I write poetry. Like, who are you? I don't know anything about you.
Oh my god, this guy.
But
I feel like we're about to learn a lot about him,
I
and
know.
I don't think this is the last time we're gonna hear him sing.
He's gonna sing at the proposal. He's gonna like write a song and like sing.
No. I will give him one more episode to sing. That's it. I don't want to hear anything after that. How many girls is he gonna serenade? All of them?
Probably. Anyway, enough about Grant singing. The girls sing. So they actually do. They're called the Backstreet Girls. And I didn't realize that they were going to be given like a backtrack. I thought they'd like write their own song. Like they
thought so too.
Yeah.
Oh no, didn't they? Did they not write their own words?
Well, they wrote their own words, but like they had a backtrack beat. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I also thought they would have had to make up their own dance, but they kind of just did like a group dance together.
Yeah. So Bailey goes first. I thought she was cute. She does the splits.
She took the stage.
Yeah. I mean, Bailey is actually someone I was wrong about last episode. I'm
not.
I like her a lot more than I did last episode. I feel like I just got to know her a little bit more on like, I don't know. I think she had the intention of that like selfie thing last week being really funny. I think that was her intention. I don't think it was as serious as we think. I think she wanted it to be really funny and it just came across not that way. But I really liked her in this episode. I really liked...
Okay, no, she told him to take a photo of her. They took a selfie and then they took another one together. So no, I'm not giving... No.
Okay, well, we'll see. We're gonna get to know her more later. So we'll see. We'll see.
I have a feeling we're gonna think very different things about these girls.
100%. I honestly had nothing to write about Latia and Rose because I feel like theirs were just very mid, which mine would have been mid, so that's not a judgment. And then
but Carolina
Carolina.
Oh, sorry, Carolina. I need to like write that better so that I remember. Carolina dominates, takes the stage, breaks the Spanish out.
I think
she's both times she's done it has just whatever. It's she does it at the best times.
I think Grant just was like, oh, she's speaking Spanish, she wins.
Yeah, but it was like even the crowd was like, so hyped when she started the Spanish.
That's fair. She does have a lot of confidence. She has a lot of confidence.
That helps too for sure.
Dina, again, I didn't really write anything. Rebecca, she goes, let's get engaged and make a baby.
I'm telling you, every word that came out of Rebecca's mouth last night, I was like, I can't. I can't with Rebecca.
And she wrote Mrs. Ellis on her back too.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah. I mean, I will give her props for at least going for it, you know? And she looked really good.
She did look good.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, she's a pretty girl. I just don't... She's just not not a top choice for me.
That's
I'll
fair.
say. But that we don't have to worry about because I'm pretty sure she left, but it's fine.
And then Grant gets to pick his winner of the competition, and he picks Carolina. They start dancing on the stage, and then all of a sudden she's straddling him on the couch.
Girl pins him down and straddles him and makes out with him in front of everyone.
Okay.
Not just the girls, the audience.
What are your thoughts on that?
Once again, time and place. I think good on her. She won. So she was like, claiming her prize.
Mm-hmm.
No problem with that. You could kiss him. You don't have to dry hump him on the couch in front of everyone. That was a lot. The audience, once again, the kids aren't there, but there's an audience. I was just confused about that. That was just a lot.
That's how I felt too. I'm like, every single winner of these group dates gets that kiss, and yes, you have to watch them make out. Usually it's like Chloe, right? They had there's kids around, granted, in that situation, but it's usually a quick little make out or kiss because you're the winner.
Yep.
But that was, I felt like I didn't want to watch.
It was a lot. It was a lot. She marked her territory for sure.
Yeah, and so moving on, I guess that brought some tension to the after party. I have never seen this is the first group date for these girls. So sometimes there's tension later on in the season. Obviously big feelings are involved, so it's maybe a little bit less fun later on. But this is the first group date for these girls, and they sit down and everyone's it's so awkward. It feels so awkward.
It was silent. It just, which is weird. I don't know. I'd want to be the girl that's okay, let them be awkward.
Yeah.
Hey, Grant, let's go chat.
I was very confused about this because I feel obviously we've seen in other seasons girls make out in front of other girls, and but it always moves into the cocktail party and everyone's fine. They're I'm just excited to get my time, but for some reason they weren't feeling excited. And so it got me thinking, after obviously watching the whole episode, it made me think that maybe Grant is really bad at pretending he likes people, because I feel as a lead you obviously have your top probably 2 or 3 early on being I actually maybe only have a real connection with 3 of these girls. A good amount of them I have a friendship, or I can get along with them and they're fun and cool and I like them as people, but I feel maybe he's really bad at hiding who he actually really likes and showing interest in people he doesn't see a genuine connection with later. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a good point. And that makes sense why it would piss some girls off then.
Yeah, so maybe they're it's not as much of oh, Carolina did the wrong thing. It's more he doesn't like me. It's very clear he doesn't who he likes and who he doesn't like, and maybe that's why they're kind of feeling not that excited to get to know him, because they're not feeling he actually wants to get to know them. That's my thought process. Maybe I could be so wrong, but maybe that's why it's a little bit different, because
I feel that makes a lot of sense, and it would explain why the girls kind of took that situation to so far and brought it into the cocktail night too. I feel that was very, I don't know, they know he kisses other girls. That's what I don't get. Yes, it sucks to see, but there's no point ruining a night because of it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen many girls straddle the lead in front of them, but
I'm
anyway.
definitely that was crossing some line, but whatever. You do you. Carolina, I see you.
We're just jealous that we don't have your confidence, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah. I think, though, it was weird that he pulls Rebecca first. I feel out of everyone there, she's one that I wouldn't think he'd have that, far of a connection with. But pulls Rebecca off to the side and, is asking what's going on.
Yeah. So he literally just like pulls her to ask the thoughts. He's like, it feels really awkward. And so I wrote, he feels bad, and I think he feels like he's doing a bad job at being the Bachelor.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like being the Bachelor or Bachelorette would be really hard because you do have to basically pretend to like some people. Like, maybe not pretend is not the right word, but like you can't just focus on your only people you like because there's a whole show. Like, you have this whole responsibility of creating a show of dating all these people. And so, like, you have to date them, even if you don't, you know?
And think about how many people, like, I don't know. I don't want to believe that, like, Bachelor Nation, like, controls who stays. But, like, if that is true, think of the people that maybe do have to stick around for entertainment, and doesn't have any kind of connection with them.
Yeah.
But the TV wants them. So he's like, hey, well, I guess I have to keep them here anyway.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That was interesting. He pulls Rose, our girl Rose, your pick, next. And, yeah, she seems like she needed reassurance. Like, you could tell that.
Yep.
But that, again, kind of speaks to, like, she felt like she needed reassurance, meaning maybe he hasn't been doing a good job at showing who he's interested in.
Yeah, but then again, the dates that they did, like, the group dates didn't really give him opportunity to hang out with the girls or talk to the girls.
That's very true. Yeah.
Like, when they were with the kids, they're playing a game. When they're on stage, like, they're learning a dance and singing a song. Like, none of them got an opportunity to chat with him.
Yeah, that's a really good point,
Except for Zoe.
But yeah, they give me, like, cute vibes. Like, they have a crush on each other. She seems really sweet. I think she'll still go far. I don't know if she wins, but I definitely think she'll go far.
He seems very interested. She had, like, cute little sparkly hearts on her arm, which I thought was really cute too. But during their conversation was when the girls were talking to Carolina and starting to make her feel bad and kind of, like, confronting that situation.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, like, if it's better or worse that they're confronting her in a group. I think that makes things worse. But then again, I don't know. What do you think about that?
That was tough because I feel like they weren't really confronting her necessarily.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them were like, you did this wrong or you should have done none of them from what we saw were them blaming her directly. Right? Like, they weren't attacking her. Like, it wasn't like Ali Jo attacking Chloe. It was more so like, wow, the girls were just expressing that they felt really uncomfortable, or they felt like that they felt uncomfortable, which I think it's valid to feel uncomfortable. But yeah, that was tricky because I don't think it was Carolina's fault necessarily. Like, I do think she did a little too much, truthfully. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with making out in front of them or anything like that. I think it was, like, to the next level. But yeah, that was interesting because it wasn't, and Carolina seemed to feel like, I don't know, that was a weird situation, honestly. I wasn't sure how to feel about it because everyone seemed really like nice. Like, no one seemed like they were attacking each other. Everyone was just feeling bad.
Yeah, I mean, their group conversation went a lot better than when Ali Jo started confronting Zoe in front of everyone. Like, I'd say this group kind of dealt with it a bit better. And, like, they're all valid for feeling the way that they do. Like, that sucks. But, like, you don't need to put it on the girl. You don't need to bring it into the night. Like, move past that and get your time with him.
Yeah. That's what
they're honestly probably just a little jealous
Yeah.
that they weren't the ones doing that.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I thought of the whole, like, maybe Grant is doing a terrible job at showing people interest, because I feel like we've never seen the girls feel that insecure night one ever.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good point.
We've seen girls get very insecure, but we've never seen night one all of the girls being like, does he like me?
Yeah.
So that made me think maybe it's not a girl problem. Maybe it's a Grant problem.
I now that you say that, like, I'm going to watch him a lot more to see how he interacts with everyone.
Yeah.
Like, that way. Because you're probably so right about that. He seems like a very genuine person that probably would struggle a bit to, like, he probably just wears his heart on his sleeve. Like, everyone knows how he feels when he feels that way. Like, so it's probably hard to cover up maybe some emotions he's feeling or lack of emotions he's feeling with some girls.
Yeah. And I think Carolina, like, I personally, yeah, like after the conversation and everything, I think they have a connection, but I think it's more of like a physical attraction. I think they have like that like spark, and he's like they're physically attracted to each other, but I don't think that it's like wife and husband connection, in my opinion.
No.
Just from what I'm seeing. So I think the girls like could sense that he's like really attracted to her and like is into her. So like he doesn't have to fake that, but she might not be his wife, but he definitely is like clearly interested.
She's hot.
I think she's hot. Like we all think
especially when she breaks out the Spanish.
Yeah. But anyway,
then Latia was that was a very weird situation. So Latia brought up how in her first or her last conversation with Grant, like the one previous to this one, how he said something like, "Oh, you probably never get told no because of like her looks and how she's attractive." And she did not like that. That stuck with her until their little kind of one-on-one in that cocktail party.
Yeah. I kind of missed a little bit of that. I don't remember that in their first conversation, so maybe they didn't air it or I wasn't paying attention. But honestly, I feel like props to her for being able to communicate that with him.
Yep.
Because he apologized. He was like, "You're right.
Yep.
Like, thank you for telling me how you feel, and I was wrong." And I like that because to me that shows them building a real connection, because they're able to communicate their feelings and not feel like he didn't feel attacked. He was like, "You're right. This is why I made the comment, and I'm sorry. Like, that doesn't excuse my actions." And I feel like they were able to actually have like a really good connection because of that. And I think maybe it's something that like triggered her from like a previous relationship, because she kind of talks about how like her last relationship, the reason why it didn't work is because they didn't want the same things, and she like never figures those things out until like she's already been dating for someone for so long. And it really made me feel for her, because I think she's like 30, 31, and she really wants to just get married, and she says she's sick of dating, and I get that. I feel like that was so relatable. Just like, I feel like a lot of times in your 20s you don't really know what you need in a relationship, and it's like trial and error. You date someone because you think they're the right person, but at the end of the day you don't want the same things in life, or you're not aligned on your values. And I feel like sometimes it takes a lot to learn, and it is a process of honestly just dating people to figure out what you want and what the type of person you want in a relationship is. So I don't know, it was very relatable, and you could tell she genuinely wants to find her person and she's ready for it. And yeah, I actually really love them together.
Yeah, I agree about the whole, I think their communication with that situation was really great, because I feel like this early on can be kind of hard to, I don't know, kind of gain like a strong communication with the Bachelor or Bachelorette. So the fact that she got emotional, but he listened, he comforted her, like it was just a very nice situation, or like interaction to watch between a Bachelor and like a cast member. So I so proud of her for that.
Yeah,
I think that was really great.
And as they were talking, I remember last episode I said he looks at someone and says that he could see her being his wife in the preview. It was her.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
okay.
I think
once again, Latia not on our list.
Was not on our list, and now I think she's top 2.
I think I can see her going far. What is Latia? I don't know if I have her. Everyone, this is my ladies board.
next week that should be hanging behind you.
Yeah. Venture. What is a venture capitalist?
A venture capitalist. Well, let me find out.
A venture capitalist. And she's from Utah. That's where the Mormons are, right?
Yeah, she is Mormon.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Investors who provide capital to companies with high growth potential in exchange for an equity stake.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Latia, good for you. You made us proud last night.
They're cute. I'm excited to see them going forward. Yeah, we didn't get to see a conversation between Bailey or Dina at the group date, which I don't know. I thought Dina, I don't know, maybe Dina will still come out stronger, but I was thinking they were going to have more of a connection early on, but we'll see.
I don't have much. She's just not a standout right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think there hasn't been very much her and Grant time at all. Really, even in the first episode, I feel like they didn't really talk very much. That they showed.
Yeah. And then Grant comes back and he gives the rose to Latia, which was expected. And
okay, wait. But when Carolina and Grant were chatting, was she the one that he was like, "Oh, I want some lipstick. Can I have a kiss?"
Was that her? I think that was that her?
Was that her? Well, I think so. I'm pretty sure it was the last girl he talked to. And I remember, I thought that was so funny.
I think it was Carolina. I think he said that to Carolina. Which makes me think that, again, an attraction, not a wife. Not that she can't be a wife. She's great. But I don't think she's his wife.
No. And then, group rose.
Latia.
Well deserved again.
Yep. So going into the cocktail party, we have 3 roses given out already to Latia, Alex, and Natalie.
Yep.
And then Grant comes into the cocktail party. He's talking about emotional availability, and every single conversation after that was about emotional availability.
Yep. I think the first one he talked to was Bailey, or the first one they showed.
Beverly.
And she kind of... Did I not write that down then?
He talks to...
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, he talks to Beverly. It's not a very... I don't know. It's nothing too standout. Talks about emotional availability. She asked him about him, which I liked. Because I feel like a lot of times it's always the girls talking about themselves, which makes sense. Obviously, we're getting to know them. But I love that she asked him about him. And they talk about how they want to be able to talk through things with each other. That's a really important thing in a relationship, because he was saying when he grew up, his parents would just fight, and he would go in his room, and he doesn't want that for, again, his children. He wants to be able to communicate through things with his partner. So we got a little bit of Beverly there. And then he talks with Ella, which I have a lot to say about Ella.
Really?
Okay, this is what I have to say. She wrote him a letter. She reads out this letter to him. It's this cute little, you make me feel comfortable. I'm so excited. And he goes, "This means so much to me. Can I keep this letter?" And she's like, "Yeah." He asks to keep the letter. And she's like, "Wow, I feel so good." He sends her home at the end of the episode. I'm like,
I know, what's he going to do with the letter?
But I'm like, I understand if she was like, "Here's this letter," and hands it to him and is like, "Keep this letter," and he just takes it. But he literally goes, "Can I keep this? This means so much." And then sends her home 2 minutes later.
That was weird. I also think it's too soon for a letter. If you're still here maybe night 5, okay.
Fair.
But
That's
we are
true.
day 2. Did she think that was going to be her ticket to stay? Because
Yeah,
clearly it didn't work.
That's so funny. That's true. Okay, and then he talks, and then it's Bailey. Before they talk, though, we kind of get like glimpses of her struggling, which again is like, what to me is kind of a hint that Grant is doing a bad job, because why are all these girls struggling so hard in week 1?
Yeah, but girls are also just like dramatic.
And by girls we mean us too.
Yeah, so like I get it. I get it. But like it makes sense if you have an interaction with Grant and then you see someone else having a like talking to him and he's like laughing more, touching them more, they're kissing or something, you're gonna analyze that conversation and think, well, why isn't he doing that with me?
Yeah.
That's at least how I would be.
Fair. I feel like maybe this is why I liked Bailey more, is because I felt like it was super relatable. Like in my head, I'm like, it's easy for us to be like, why are they crying? Why are they so insecure? I'm like, I don't think I could handle a week on this type of show. No. So I think it was relatable to see her kind of cry a little bit and be like feeling a bit insecure. Like I felt like that's normal. But it was kind of rough because she starts talking to him and she's just crying and he's trying to say stuff, but she's kind of just like talking over him a little bit.
Yeah, she broke right down.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I don't know how I feel about Bailey.
That's fair.
I still have my first impression of her from last week that I can't get behind.
Yeah, that's fair. I think for me, it's because I am Bailey. I am a crier at my core. And so if something's bothering me and I need to talk about it, like it gets so built up that when I sit down to talk to someone, I'm like, I'm going to tell them exactly how I feel. And then I just start crying no matter what. Because it's like the emotion comes out when all of a sudden I'm trying to explain myself. So I think I understood in that moment, but I felt so bad because they barely get a conversation out. She's crying and I think it's Juliana or someone comes in, they're like, can I steal Grant?
Yeah. No, okay, it was Chloe that went in, but then they didn't even film Chloe and his conversation after. Like he was with another girl.
Fair.
So that was kind of weird, like transition.
Fair.
But I don't know, I think seeing Bailey last week, she seemed so like confident, so queen bee. And then seeing her this week kind of like break down was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was like 2 different personalities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair. That's fair. And then...
But she let him go. As soon as that girl came up, she's like, yeah, go.
Yeah.
She didn't try and fight it. She was just like crying like, yeah, go. I'm good. I'll finish here.
That's so funny. And then we get I just wrote this down randomly. Zoe flipping him over. There's like a little...
I wrote that. I literally wrote, quick clip of Zoe wrestling Grant, like flipping him over her shoulder. And then I'm like, men definitely love that.
It's so funny too because like she's a wrestler. This is going way back to the beginning of the episode quick, but when they were announcing like it was going to be a basketball date, there's a clip of Chloe and she goes, oh, I'm so excited for this basketball date because I played basketball in middle school and then I switched to wrestling. I'm like, middle school? We all played basketball in middle school. But anyway, she's funny. But I didn't write anything else until we go into the rose ceremony.
Yeah.
And
then, okay, I was confused because I always thought her name was Juliana. But when he announced her, he said Julianne. And he said it twice. He said, Julianne, will you accept this rose? So now I'm confused.
That is confusing. So
I gotta figure out what her girl's name really is.
Well, I'm so sorry, Juliana. If it's
I don't want to keep calling her the wrong thing.
Yeah, I swear it says that her name's Juliana on the screen though. So
that's what I thought.
Anyway,
I wrote it down like 5 times.
She gets the first rose. Obviously, Latia, Alex, and Natalie already have roses, but she gets the first rose in the rose ceremony. Beverly gets a rose. Serafina, Carolina, Zoe,
obviously,
Dina, Rose, Bailey. Bailey gets a rose, even though it was very built up that she might not get a rose, so I'm surprised she got it not last, because usually that's what happens. Parisa, our tarantula queen. I don't know how you're still here, but I'm happy about it. Ali Joe. And
honestly, when there was like 4 people left at the end, first off, I was bummed Chloe wasn't picked yet.
Yeah.
But like there was also like 4 it was the point where I was like, I don't even know who he would pick right now.
I know. I was
want
sitting
him to
there,
pick Chloe, but I don't know.
And usually on the week 2, you're like, I don't know 10 of these people. You're like, they're flashing to someone and you're like, who are you? I've never seen you before.
Yeah.
But this episode, it's like the last people standing there. I was like, every single one of these I thought was a top, or not top, but like had a connection with him. And then so Chloe gets the last rose, I think. And I am so shocked that Alicia went home.
Okay, same. First off, yes, funny that Ella gave him that letter and then obviously went home. Alicia, though, she was someone who we had
in our like top 6.
Yeah, she was like our 6th person.
Well,
she was I guess
the first kiss.
I mean, night 1, she was the first kiss, but that was it. And I mean, she initiated the kiss.
I mean,
so
I thought they had a really. I'm not surprised she doesn't win necessarily, but I guess we didn't see her at all this episode, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
like we didn't see her at all. What date was she even on?
She was on the basketball date. She was on the short team.
Okay, so it makes sense, but at the same time, last week they like really built her up, so that was confusing.
Yep, that was I was not expecting that one.
Yeah. Vicky
was.
I'm sad Vicky went home because she's just fun. I don't think.
Yeah, she's. I didn't think she'd go far.
Fair,
but she was fun. She'll go back to Vegas.
And
hold
then
some bottles.
Yeah, Rebecca also goes home.
Yeah,
which
honestly,
I'm sure you're happy about, but
I don't know why that girl drives me absolutely crazy. She literally like scares me. I don't know, but
fair.
It's okay. She's gone.
Okay.
Was it just the 4 of them? Ella, Vicky, Alicia, Rebecca?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's all I have written down right now. I haven't updated my chart yet.
And then we get a preview for next week, and we see the one and only Lisa Vanderpump.
The excitement that ran through my body when I saw that. Are they a Vanderpump Dogs?
I think that's where they're going, because Grant probably really wants a dog.
Of course. Along with the kid and the white picket fence.
But my first thought was, wow, Lisa is on top of it. They say Vanderpump no more. I mean, I guess she's still probably on it, but she's like, guess I gotta get on The Bachelor.
I know, so random.
I love it, though. I'm so happy about it.
I'm here for it. I'm excited to see her next week.
I would have gone on the season just so that I can meet Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah, same. Who cares about Grant? There's a queen amongst them. That's so cool.
And then we kind of get a little sneak peek of the dates, and it looks like potentially Juliana and Latia get dates. Potentially 2 one-on-ones, or maybe, I'm not sure, but it showed 2 clips of them, so 2 of the front runners potentially getting dates. And then we get a little bit of a clip of the drama that's gonna come, and we start to see who our season quote-unquote villains are. I don't want to call them villains, but it looks like Zoe continues to be involved in some tension, and then Carolina, I don't know what I think she's gonna spiral. I think that's what's gonna happen. I don't think it's ill intention, but I think she's gonna spiral, because she spiraled over the girls feeling awkward.
Yes, I think the difference between Zoe and Carolina is if Zoe's against the house, that wouldn't bother her.
Mm-hmm.
She's there to like stand on top. She's not there to make friends. But Carolina, I could see having a tougher time with the house being against her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like she is gonna spiral, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Yep. Me too.
And I have no idea.
I think the girls that we have left right now it's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see where it goes. One thing though I don't get is when I feel like it's too early on for girls to be crying to go home at this point. I could be wrong. Yes, I'm not there. But I feel like the girls leaving, they're crying about the FOMO at this point. They're like, I'm leaving the mansion. I don't get to hang with these girls anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't make it on a trip.
Fair.
Like,
valid. I would cry.
I'd be like, didn't even get to the good part. But no, I think who went home, valid.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one I'm like that upset about. Alicia, I was just shocked about.
Same.
But I can continue on without her. That's fine.
Yeah. But other than that, I think we covered it all.
Yeah. If anyone wants a reminder, our top 4 are Juliana, Alex, Rose, Carolina. We did have Carolina on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zoe is our 5th.
We might have to work through that again.
And then I had Natalie and Latia on the side.
Because we were very wrong, and they're probably the winners. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. Imagine they're the top 2. But I don't know. I definitely have new opinions and perspectives on the girls. So it's crazy what like one episode can do.
I still think Alex is still 1 for me as of right now. And I think Latia is 2 now. I think that's the 2 he's going to be torn over at the end. That's my opinion. But that could change.
I would say Juliana and Natalie.
Okay. Look at us. We're just completely wrong. It's Zoe.
No, there's no way. There's no way. He's not going to marry someone who could beat him up, okay? Absolutely not.
But yeah, this was fun. Our 2nd episode. If anyone's still listening, an hour and 25 minutes in, thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Every week. We're just going to bring the fun.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
No, you can't be doing that. I hate when people do that. We're not going to tell you to, but if you want to, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If you want to share it to your friends and family, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, because honestly, if you've been here this long,
you're probably our moms.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're here for the fun.
Mm-hmm.
We love chatting reality.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if we weren't talking about this here, we'd be talking about it 8 hours ago at work. So,
yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for now. And we'll see you next week.
That's a wrap. Catch y'all later.